Hi, we are Group 1, proudly presenting this video as a part of our crisis communication analysis. Our team, Indi Rahmawati, Rianti Rahmatika, Yuel Cahya Didata, Siti Rahma Handayani, Safira Nur Oktaviani, Sumantri Adi Saputra. We will be reflecting on the 2025 Los Angeles wildfire, not only as a natural disaster but as a failure in crisis communication. This is our perspective, proudly presented.
On January 5, 2025, Los Angeles was hit by one of the worst wildfires in U.S. history. According to Coal Fire, the fire named the Topanga Woodland Fire burned for 11 days, destroying more than 1,300 hectares, including their 8 homes and 76 commercial buildings. Nearly 197,000 residents were evacuated in the Los Angeles and Ventura areas. Economic losses are estimated $550 billion, affecting business, tourism, and infrastructure. However, this was not really a natural disaster, it was a communication failure. As communication students, we followed this event through social media, public reports to understand what went wrong.
The fire was exacerbated by a heat wave reaching 42 degrees Celsius, 18 months of dark and dry vegetation, compounded by Santa Ana winds of up to 70 km per hour. The fire spread nearly 4,000 hectares per day. Evacuation warnings were sent, but not uniformly. A UCLA showed that only 54% of residents in the affected zone received notification within the first 6 hours. Many immigrant communities, particularly Spanish, Korean, and Mandarin speakers, didn't receive information. In a crisis situation, a delay of just a few minutes can mean the loss of life.
In the first 24 hours, more than 1.3 million posts about the fire appeared on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Hashtags such as Topeng Evacuation and LA Firestorm become national trend. Some posts help spread information, but many were misled. One viral TikTok video false claimed that the evacuation site in the Woodland Hills was closed, sparkling panic. You see, study found that 29% of online content in the first 48 hours contained misinformation or unfair. In the crisis communication, misinformation can be just as dangerous as the disaster itself.
To analyze the crisis response, we use Timothy Combs' Situation Crisis Communication Theory, or SCCT. Based on this theory, the Topanga Woodland fire was categorized as a preventable crisis, not just a natural disaster. Why? Because the communication failure in institutional but unpreparedness were avoidable factor. The USC Public Opinion Survey January 2025 notes 61% of respondents rate the government response as uncoordinated, and 48% blame local governance for the delay in warnings, and 72% of Spanish-speaking residents felt ignored. SCCT suggests that in such crisis communication should acknowledge responsibility over our public, apologize, transparent, communicate recovery plans, and compensational in this case. We instead saw vague statement, minimal apologies, and no multilingual press conference in the early stage.
One of the biggest structural problems is the lack of coordination between agencies co-fire the LA County government and called OAS issue unsynchronized reports. In some areas, evacuation orders overlap or contradicted each other. There was no central dashboard for real-time updates, especially for vulnerable groups, but when intuitions were overwhelmed. The community stepped up. A volunteer network called LA Risk Organization shelters food and logistics within 72 hours. Students created evacuation maps using Google Maps. Bilingual TikTok influencer helped translate evacuation information. The LA Resilience Report February 2025 notes that community initiative reached over 60% of evacuees, faster than official channels. This is offer an important lesson. Resilience comes from the community, not the system.
The wildfire in Los Angeles were a tragedy, but also a teacher. They taught us that immigration response is not just about logistics, but about trust and clarity. We call on future policy makers and communicators to act on these 4 reasons. First, build a multilingual communication system. 2, coordinate messages across all levels of government. 3, actively monitor and counter misinformation. 4, empower grassroots networks from the start. As citizens and professionals of the future, we must prepare not just for the next wildfire, but for every crisis where communication means survival.
The 2025 Los Angeles wildfire were not just a natural disaster. They open your eyes to the fragility of your crisis communication system, especially for vulnerable groups. They highlight the importance of early warning, multi-goal messaging, media coordination, and public trust.
They reminded us that technology alone is not enough. Crisis management requires human empathy, transparency, and preparedness. As future professionals, we bear the responsibility in improve the system we will inherit, because the next crisis may not give us a second chance. Communication is not just about informing. In situations like this, communication saves lives.
Based on the crisis communication proposal for handling forest fire in Los Angeles, there are a number of important lessons that can be built in the Indonesian, particularly in the context of handling forest and land fires that often occur in various regions such as Kalimantan and Sumatra. One of the main lessons is the importance of a crisis communication system that is adaptive, coordinate across agency, and responsive to needs the community, especially vulnerable groups.
The Indonesian government can establish centralized crisis communication platform to facilitate the rapid, accurate, and multilingual dissemination of information, equipped with a location-based early warning system. Additionally, a collaborative approach between the governance, the private sector, media, civil society must be strengthened to ensure the equitable and efficient distributor of aid.
The active involvement of local communities and volunteers in disaster education, as well as empowering them as communication agents, is also an important strategy in building social resilience. Equally important is the integration of psychosocial support in the response and recovery phase, as trauma resulting from disaster often persists if not addressed comprehensively.
A comprehensive A comprehensive post-crisis evaluation should also be installed to ensure that communication plans can be continuously updated based on real-world experience. Through this holistic approach, Indonesia can strengthen its ability to respond to disaster in a more effective, human, and sustainable manner.
That was our reflection, analyzed by Group 1. Crisis communication is not just about what is said, it's about who hears it, when, and how. Thank you for watching.